We're coming up onto the center now.
Whew! Harder than expected. Let's see if it was worth it.
Now you die.
Not now, not ever.
Such a bad line. There are some things that I wish they would change, like the dialogue being pretty bad most of the time. Like, boy, I wish they could change that, because not now, not ever is genuinely terrible. We're gonna cut a few corners here. And you'll notice we are starting to hear more and more voices that does pertain to that quest. Although I find it interesting that we heard another one there, even though we're not exactly close to the second book yet. There's another merchant here.
Something strike your fancy? The sea bear's strange fruit of late.
You found all of this on the beach?
Some Renabi picked off dead men in the sands of Alakir. Others, straight from the palaces of Dune.
Alakir?
A great desert in northwest Tamriel, where lizards swim like fish in the sea. Where the dead lie rotting under a blazing sun, and none will dare to bury them. Will they bury themselves? Renabi wonders.
And Dune?
Home to the great libraries of elsewhere, where secrets lie scattered like gems in the sand.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Good world building. Establishing places depending.
What words? Talk to Renabi.
Depending, this character might never go to Alakir, and that's just establishing that that place exists, you know what I mean? Just talking about other places without needing to go to them. But what do you do here?
Fix things, make them better, and deal with pests who ask too many questions.
Deal with them how?
Depends on the type of pest. Vermin brush away like little flies. Some pests bigger than others. These I introduced to Veiri.
Veiri?
My first wife. She died at sea. No body. Nothing to bury. No use for a coffin. I carry it with me. Anyone makes trouble, they spend the night with Veiri. Few make trouble after that.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Veiri had the tongue of a six-headed serpent. Believe me, it is better this way. Only ones she scolds now are those who make trouble.
I see.
Then we have an understanding.
Sorry about your wife.
Revelations await.
At last, this book had best be worth the price. What? What is that?
Ooh.
Wait! I only wanted to make something beautiful.
And then find the ruined shrine, which is all the way back up there, which is very annoying. The other annoying thing about this place is that there really only seems to be the one... how do I put it? There is only the one way shrine. There's Eagle Strand way shrine, and then there's the one at Mistral, and that's it. There's not much else. Yeah, the rocks. Oh my god, like, just look at that mountain. Like, it looks bad. That's something, like, those are things I wish they'd change. Oh, hello, there's like a whole house here. I didn't even see this. Oh, there's a quest here, eh? Look at that.
Hush, Father. I won't leave your side. Father burns in the fire. My brother missing. Srendar, show mercy!
What happened here?
Our moon sugar storehouse has caught fire. Father thought to save our livelihood. He ran inside, and the burns weren't bad, but the sweet smoke ruined his lungs. Without powerful medicine, he won't last the day.
Is there anything I can do?
Father tried to save our alchemical tools. If they survive the fire, I could trade them for medicine. Please, it's all I can do to keep my father alive. This one begs you to salvage the tools from our storehouses.
I'll find any of the tools that survive the fire.
Please return quickly with the tools. If I can't trade them for medicine, this one's father will die.
What crops do you grow here?
You know of moon sugar, yes? The moon sugar cane grows well on these isles. With my people's sweet tooth, there can never be enough to sprinkle on our meals.
Why do farmers need alchemical tools?
We must pay our debts. If our neighbors own more land, how do we match their crops at market? We must turn to alchemy to grow better crops, yes?
Did you grow better crops?
Yes, our crops came in much bigger this season. Not that it matters now.
I think I remember. She's lying. You mentioned your brother is missing.
Yes, Zaban Ma shares a temper with hurricanes. After a great quarrel with this one, he stormed off and left us short-clawed. Father had to cancel his trip to Mistral, and now he's...
This is not right. Yeah, reading the Thalmor stuff, it really does. And this is like the only instance of the Dominion, aside from maybe later on in Auradon, but that's it. This is the only instance of the Dominion seeming really not like good people throughout the quest line of the Aldmeri Dominion, which I find quite interesting.
I haven't seen you around the island before. In the name of Thalmor, what's your business here?
I didn't plan to come to this island.
Ah, the shipwreck. Worst hurricane I've seen in decades. If you're headed through this plantation, watch your step. Last night some buildings caught fire. Usually the skeevers keep to themselves, but they're acting up something fierce.
I'll be careful.
I should get back to our inspection. If you see anything suspicious, it's your duty to let us know. Fires don't start themselves.
Well, sometimes they do, like lightning. There was a hurricane, mind you. Is the Dominion in charge of Kenarthi's Roost?
Not yet. As an act of goodwill, the Thalmor Inner Council sent us to aid headwoman Harani in ending this island's smuggler problem. And if this was arson, I'll bring the culprit to justice.
Who are the Thalmor?
Dominion government. I'm an officer charged with keeping the peace. They sent us to Kenarthi's Roost weeks ago. Inspector Tarmar commands us. He's at Laughing Moon's plantation toward the center of the island.
The fire injured one of the plantation's farmers.
Saw him on the way in. We gave his daughter some medical supplies, but he looks bad.
Who are the Thalmor?
Dominion government. I'm an officer charged with keeping the peace. They sent us to Kenarthi's Roost.
Right. We're just talking in circles now. Was
get
there a
back to
third
our
option?
inspection. If you see anything suspicious, saw him on the way in.
Yeah, nope, nothing else. I do hate that talking in circles thing. It is quite annoying. I'm gonna try to ignore as many of these rats as I can. Melted glass. I do find it quite funny that, like, these are stilt homes, and the stilts survived the fire. Like, I don't know about that. That's a bit ridiculous. It's actually quite outrageous. Smoldering alchemical tools. Yes, we're finding more and more evidence here. Perfect
Get
batch.
off my family's land. If you plan to loot my family's plantation, I will give you such a thrashing.
Azabi Ra asked me to look for alchemical tools.
Too late, sugar thief. The fire destroyed every last calcinator. Wait, I expected my sister to check on the tools herself. Why did she send a stranger?
She's with your father. He was gravely injured in the fire.
You lie! My father left yesterday to trade in Mistral, didn't he? Oh no. He set the fires to destroy those damn tools, not to hurt anyone. Not to hurt my father.
Why would you burn your family's plantation?
We lost our last harvest to the thunderbugs, despite the debt. Asbira bought alchemical tools to improve our crop, she said. But last week, I caught her brewing skooma. That vile drug destroys lives. When she refused to stop, I knew what must be done.
Why burn everything to destroy the tools?
I don't want my family imprisoned. The fire was to destroy any trace of skooma. Recently, I saw my sister bury something on the beach. I was headed there next, but I should be with my father. Would you search for the skooma she hid on the beach?
If I bring back skooma, what will you do with it?
I'll destroy it. With the money we spent to rebuild, it will be like the skooma never happened. I'd rather debt collectors pound at our door than skooma dealers. Damn my eyes. Father should have been in Mistral.
I'll look for the skooma.
My sister placed colorful seashells near whatever she buried. I bet there is a sack full of skooma vials next to them. I'll be with my father. If you find anything, bring it back to me.
If I bring anything back, I'll find you.
I should really go check on my father.
What is skooma exactly?
It is death in a bottle. Distill moon sugar cane the right way, and the crystals make you happy and stupid. Do it the wrong way, and you get shaking fits. You foam at the mouth, and then you die.
Jeez. How long was your sister brewing skooma?
Not for long. I always know it's month's end when debt collectors pound at our door. But last month, they didn't show. When I asked why, Asbira said not to worry. This must have been her scheme. She's always had father wrapped around her tail.
Oh man, it's like all the way at the end of the beach, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually across the way. And we should be getting closer to the point where the other island should be visible, but I'm not seeing it. I suppose that makes sense.
Do you think you can steal from the cross-tree bandits?
Because that particular island in southern Elsewhere... Look, you can even see Kenarthi's Roost from... Oh, look how small it is compared. That's crazy. But yeah, you can even see Kenarthi's Roost from here, but that island is where basically the finale of the Elsewhere DLC takes place, so I guess I understand why you can't see it, but like you can't even see southern Elsewhere, period, which you probably should be able to see from here, but I think they did it because that one island has a giant energy dome around it for some reason. I assume because the dragon is casting some sort of ward on it. So, it's viewable from, like, everywhere. And it's really annoying. Yeah, I don't see nothing. It does kind of put, like, a weird, like, I don't know, vibe onto the zone that otherwise wouldn't be present. So I guess that makes sense why they wouldn't show that here, just because it would really confuse new players and probably make them try to swim out into the ocean because they're stupid. Genuinely, like, I've seen new players do some really dumb things. Or even just out of sheer curiosity, I wouldn't even blame them. Like, oh, maybe that's like some sort of secret thing that you gotta swim all the way out to. You never know. The fish usually get them before then, though. What is he, outside? Their father didn't make it.
Come here. Nobody from the shipwreck remembers seeing you before Eagle's Strand. No more lies. You're running Skooma, aren't you?
I work for myself, and I'm not running Skooma.
That farmer shook himself to death. You think I don't recognize a skooma overdose when I see one? That I don't know why skeevers are frothing at the mouth? I should arrest the lot of you.
Let me speak with the family. I'll prove I'm not involved.
My father is dead, and now this Dominion outsider wants to throw me in prison. They say they found evidence of skooma in the storehouses, but that is impossible.
I found what was buried under those shells.
Then Officer Lauren found nothing in the storehouses but suspicion. She's bluffing. What will you tell her?
I'll do what I believe is right.
What's right is allowing us to recover from tragedy, not suffer more of it. Please make this right.
Gone. Father is gone. Why would Saban Ma destroy his own family? Please, leave me to my sorrow.
All right, you've had enough time. Where's the skooma?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Last chance. If someone doesn't tell me where the skooma is, you'll all face the consequences.
These Khajiit lost their father. Why are you harassing them?
Yes, well, it's my job to ask questions. Perhaps moon sugar fumes can cause the skooma shakes. Maybe I see skooma where it isn't, sometimes. I'll leave them to their grief. Soldier, look after these people. Once they're settled, report back to Mistral.
Thank you. Serendar himself would commend your actions. Give me this skooma so I can destroy it. I want to finish what I started.
Here you go.
Thank you. I'll destroy this immediately. My sister is all I have left. We'll learn to forgive each other. We have to, if we are going to rebuild. This poison causes nothing but pain. I am here, sister.
No, I thought he did that right in front of her.
Father is gone.
Can I talk to him again?
We're going to start over. We'll build a better life.
Right. Alright, now we can carry on to the rest of the zone, and unfortunately the sun is setting, so it will start to get dark, and we'll probably hit Mistral in the mid of night, unfortunately, but I guess it is good to get a view of the zone in darkness as well.
Please, a moment.
Not what I meant to do, but I guess I'll just pick some flowers.
Please, I need your help. My master's life is in danger.
What happened?
I'm part of an expedition from Eagle's Strand. While we explored the Temple of the Mourning Springs, the dead began to rise. The others fled, but my master never emerged. Aurelian taught me to know when I should ask for help. Well, I'm asking.
What do you need me to do?
2 magical wards seal the temple, marked by emblems of a scorpion and a spider. If you can keep the undead away while I disrupt the wards, we can search for Aurelian together. How about it?
Alright, I'll help you dispel the wards.
I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's trapped inside, we need to get him out.
Why were you in the temple?
My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run dry, we leapt at the chance to investigate. Ilsil insisted on leading, of course.
Ilsil was studying a Mourning stone at Eagle's Strand.
Ah, so you've met him. My master calls him Eel Kill. Something about an experiment gone wrong many years ago. The Mourning stone you saw came from this temple. Ilsil was barely able to remove it before the undead fell upon us.
Did you learn anything about the Mourning stone?
Aurelian thought it could be used to control the weather, perhaps prevent another hurricane. Ilsil disagreed, of course. He insisted on studying it further at Eagle's Strand.
So I think we're almost out of sky shards as well. And we're definitely coming up on the end of this zone, because once we get to Mistral, there's very few quests left to do. Although there is a little Dominion outpost here. Although I think this is just where Gathrun and all of them were hanging out. Yeah, and Illisil is basically trying to hog all the glory for himself. He's very jealous.
You have such intricate stitching. Turn back. You aren't welcome here.
What are you?
I'm whatever I wish to be. I change bodies like high elves change clothes. Though the corpses in this temple limit my wardrobe. What does it matter to you? Why do you trespass?
We're looking for a man named Rorelian.
Ah, the name for my newest outfit. His flesh sags a bit, though the power in his bones reminds me of my youth. And the robes. I'd forgotten the feel of silk upon newly won flesh.
What did you do to Rorelian?
Set foot in this temple and see for yourself. Such commendable posture. I could definitely wear you in the autumn. As for Rorelian, he's fit for display under full moons all new.
Release Rorelian immediately.
I'm tired of this. Leave or die. It matters not.
That can't be good. We need to get those wards down, fast! The wards blocking the temple doors are located on opposite sides of the courtyard.
Yeah. Yeah, like this part, right, this temple, I could definitely see them redoing this. Oh, there's a level up. Damn. Wasn't expecting one so soon. Oh, level 8 already, man. That is kind of crazy.
Spider weaves the web around its prey.
Yeah, this place I could definitely see getting a bit of an overhaul. Just because this temple isn't exactly visually striking compared to all of the other temples we've come across, if that makes any sense. Like, it is just very plain. And I'd say Bleak Rock has the same issue. There's an area in Bleak Rock that is also just very much a flat, boring plain with not a whole lot going on in it. Which is ironic, because it's like a big Nordic ruin, and it's just boring. Damn, they're beating me up right now. I'm not used to having so little stamina. I completed an endeavor
Poison
challenge.
courses through its prey.
Won't keep us out for long.
I love how we just walked right past that guy. He didn't even care. So there's two entrances, which is odd. But I suppose it doesn't matter which one we go in, just whichever's closest.
The cycle of the two moons seems to be the key to dispersing the barrier.
So this is where we're introduced to our first puzzle, which is a relatively straightforward one. So, new moon, waning, full waxing. So if I recall, it's literally just do it in order. Right? Well, for the most part.
The barrier is down. Oh, but before we proceed, I need to speak with you. When we entered the temple, that skeleton made it sound as though Aurelian was in grave danger. I won't let vague threats keep us from my master, but Aurelian is too important to lose. Perhaps we should think before we act.
Why is Aurelian so important?
The Dominion relies on Aurelian for his sound judgment.
Sure they
He's
do.
taught countless students the ways of Magicka, including some of the Queen's own advisors. His role in the invasion is paramount for our future success. If anything were to happen to him...
I'll do what I can to protect Aurelian.
Thank you. We should keep moving. What's he doing up there?
I love how he's ever so slightly off-centered.
Ears that large and you still don't listen. Perhaps you need a few alterations. There was a time when the sound of Uldor's voice commanded the terror of thousands.
Who is Uldor?
Why, I'm Uldor. I see your dominion teaches you nothing of my people. I shouldn't bemoan your ignorance. You fools ended centuries of captivity when you removed the Mourning Stone.
What is the Mourning Stone, exactly?
Never mind that accursed blue rock. I'm about to restore my wardrobe to its full glory. Behold this Rorelian fellow. Such vibrancy. I could use more like him, but one must be willing to run through a bolt of silk for the finest coat.
Free Rorelian. Right now.
Oh, I believe I'll keep him. At least until my summoning ritual wears him through. You see, undead are also beige. But I'm willing to adorn myself with hundreds of tawdry outfits in order to collect the more colorful garb at Eagle's Strand.
I can't let you do that.
Then drown in a sea of bones.
Leave Aurelian for now. We have to disrupt the summoning ritual. I'll destroy the bone pipe to weaken the circle. Keep the undead away from me.
This is another quote-unquote escort, but at least this one is more active. Makes a bit more sense and actually gives you something to fight, unlike that other one from earlier.
It's working! I'll weaken the next circle. One last circle. We can do this. We must do. Go. Help my master. I'm right behind you.
I love how the conversation just ends immediately. Ow!
Uldor! Get out of my body now!
Silence! None command Uldor!
Yeah, this area is just so lame. Like, it's so boring. It's just big, empty room, right? Like, I don't even think they intend you to look up and see how absolutely bland it is. But just seeing the traps is like comedy gold, because you literally can just walk around them. There's like no threat here. It's just comedically bad. That's something I expect them to change.
I command you by the tears of the two moons, return to your prison.
Ah! That won't hold me for long.
You're Gathwin's ally, yes? Please disable these traps so she can make it to us safely. Despite all my knowledge, Uldor's influence over me was absolute. I'd be little more than a puppet without your timely intervention.
Are you hurt?
Only my pride. But we have a more pressing matter. As Uldor sensed my thoughts, I could sense his. He plans to overwhelm and enslave Kenarthi's Roost with an undead horde by the next dawn!
How is that possible?
Uldor was a powerful Malmo wizard who learned to separate his spirit from his body, even in death. He can wear hundreds of mindless forms at a time. Thankfully, I know his weakness.
What weakness?
The Mourning Stone's endless water supply tied Uldor's spirit to his body. When ESO removed the Mourning Stone from the temple, he set Uldor free. Once again, Eilsil's sloppy methods nearly caused the death of me.
How do we restore Uldor's prison?
These gems focus the Mourning Stone's power. Uldor had me remove them from his tomb. I propose Gathwin recovers the Mourning Stone from Eagle's Strand. Meanwhile, we restore Uldor's prison. Simple enough.
What does the Mourning Stone do?
The centerpiece of this old Khajiit temple. After Uldor's reign of terror, the Sea Elves gave it to the Khajiit so it would become the key to his prison.
Am I in danger of being worn?
No, which is why we must be the ones to enter the tomb. After he saw you through my eyes, he seemed convinced that to wear you would destroy him. For some reason, he feared you.
If he can't affect me, I should enter the tomb alone.
No, we must enter the tomb together. Though he can't wear you, he could quite easily obliterate you with his magic. Only by splitting his attention can we hope to defeat him.
Very well. I'm ready to face Uldor.
Master, I know what you're planning. I won't let you throw your life away.
Why are you all the way over there? Uh-oh. Have we encountered a bug of sorts?
Gathwin clearly has an opinion about my plan. I've learned its best.
Yeah, just permanently. Alright, I'm gonna relog. Damn, I was hoping to avoid that. Oh, is it spitting me back out here? Okay, good, good. Yeah, she just didn't make it to her supposed point. Interesting.
Aurelian's plan is to let Uldor possess him. They'll both be sealed in the tomb forever. But it doesn't need to be this way. Seal me inside.
Why should you take your master's place?
Aurelian is too important for the Dominion to lose. Besides, we both saw how the summoning ritual weakened my master.
I don't know about this.
Please, help me convince Aurelian. I will gladly seal myself in the tomb to spare my master. Uldor is a threat to all on this island.
I need to hear Aurelian's thoughts before making a decision.
We should hurry. Uldor won't be trapped for long.
Gathwin wants to take your place in the tomb.
That's madness. I've experienced so many summers. My greatest accomplishment was watching Gathwin blossom into someone who far surpassed my own deeds. No, she must recover the Mourning Stone. You and I should confront Uldor.
I'll seal you in the tomb, then.
Then we should waste no more time.
I'm ready.
You can't do this, Master!
The Dominion will thrive without me. It's far stronger than it knows.
Then I should recover the Mourning Stone. Farewell, Aurelian.
I know, Gathwin. I know. Give me a moment to collect myself. I'll be right behind you.
Stuff like that's always interesting when they imply greater importance.
I won't wear a poisoned outfit.
I've reconsidered what our combined power can do, Uldor. I willingly give myself over.
I knew such power would tempt you. Very well.
Hurry! Place the tears of the two moons in the pedestals!
Wretched fool! I'll turn your friend to ash! I won't be mocked by soil.
Ow. Yeah, some triggers would be necessary here, right? Like, the fact that it's not actually playing any music is very uneventful. Like, I think they really could just spice up all of these starter zones a little bit, right, with just some sprucing here and there. But definitely this zone is so lame.
This too can't hold me forever.
Go quickly. I feel Uldor's weakness fade. Hurry. Tell Gathwin of the plan's success. But don't mourn for me, friend. I earned a useful fate. Few can say the same.
What will happen to you?
Uldor will sustain me. Better a living form than a dusty old skeleton, I suppose. I'd hoped for more time to meditate, but this wasn't what I had in mind. Goodbye, my friend. You're what all in the Dominion should aspire to be.
Farewell, Aurelian. How do I get out of here? Oh, but just back the same way I came? Okay.
It's done, isn't it? Aurelian is sealed inside with that monster.
Aurelian saved everyone on this island.
Forgive me. Uldor couldn't be allowed to roam free. Something had to be done, and you had the strength to see what I could not.
What will you do now?
I'll ensure the Mourning Stone remains guarded at all times. I should make a full report so the Dominion understands the danger of Uldor's capabilities.
What about Aurelian?
No good comes from dwelling on the past. Aurelian lives, which means there's hope. He's a great man. A good man. I don't care how long it takes. I'll find a way to free him from that monster. Forgive me. You did so much to help a stranger. I won't forget. I can open a portal to the temple courtyard if you wish.
I'd appreciate that.
There you go. Hurry, it won't remain open for long.
Now all the spirits are dancing.
I've been waiting forever to spend time with my darling. A little privacy?
Don't mind Ilring. We're together again, and it's all thanks to you.
Oh, you can even see their skeletons sitting here. Ah, that's funny. I wonder, are there skeletons for each of them, or is that just... I don't know, it would seem to be the case, yeah. All of the undead that were writhing around, they've been shed.
I shouldn't be able to see you. It looks like the Mourning Stone brought the spirits out in the temple courtyard. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm not sure how to tell you this, or even if you'll understand, but you died at Uldor's hands.
What?
I know it's hard to understand, but you're trapped as a spirit within the walls of this temple. Look around. Can't you see how you stand out from most everyone around here? I can pray for Arcade to help you move on, if that's all right with you.
Alright, yeah, you can pray for me.
Arcade, please hear my prayer. Take this lost soul, as the wind lifts a flower's seeds. Shepherd this spirit to a place where memories of pain and fear are replaced with fulfillment and tranquility. What's happening? Why does everything fade?
Interesting. That seems to imply that he accidentally whisked himself away instead, but it just doesn't happen.
Did you hear the call of Sithis? It was drowned out by the wailing spirits, but now they're at rest.
I don't hear anything.
Then you must be of the living. My eyes are veiled. My time here draws to a close.
Together in the Hall of Valor.
Hail.
Yeah, there's so many of them that just seemingly have died randomly.
Have you seen my ribcage? That milk-drinking wizard scattered me across 3 of these piles.
Who are you?
A warrior, part of a raiding party from Windhelm. We attacked this island long ago. Hey, when you knocked my skull off that Argonian's body, do you remember where it landed? No? All right, I'll keep looking.
It almost implies like she can... Oh, Eosil's back.
I have no idea why Roralian would seal himself into that creature's tomb. But I suppose he won't be around to undermine my experiments.
Yeah, unfortunately, Eosil gets no comeuppance. He just persists as a jerk forever. There's not really a whole lot we can do about that.
Hey, you saved us from Uldor. My brother and I didn't want to fight you earlier, but that wizard controlled our bodies. Or what's left of them. Come, dance with me in the fountain.
The water flows once more. Our souls are no longer bound by Uldor's magic.
Yeah, there's spirits all over the place here. I think there's like literally like a bit of everyone here. Like there's Nords, Argonians, Wood Elves, High Elves. Just all sorts. Or at least for the most part. Alright, now I think Hazek's Hollow is the only thing really left in this area, so let's get a move on. We're almost done with the zone. Honestly, didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. I mean, it's still going, mind you, but not nearly as long as I thought. See, I think this entire part of the island is just coated with cross-tree bandits. Like, there's not really much else going on here. Unfortunately. Yeah, we do have this one little temple, but it's like buried or submerged in a way. Which is quite odd. Not sure what's up with that. Guess we'll do a quick chest. Yeah, not really a whole lot in this corner. Whoa, weird. And we should absolutely be able to see Southern Elsewhere from here, but unfortunately there's, they're not allowing it. This spot just appears to be a small little hovel. There's not really much here. It's kind of the case with a lot of these spots. They just sort of exist. These points of interest, they call them. And we can kind of see more of the rest of the island from here, which isn't exactly, you know, a whole lot to look at, as it were.
Have you seen Gary? He's missing.
Who's Kari?
Zulana's son. When his father succumbed to skooma, Gary swore vengeance upon the smugglers responsible. This one tried to stop him from going by himself, but Gary wouldn't listen.
I found a note about a young Khajiit taken to Hazek's Hollow.
Yes, that's Gary. Please, you must find him. He's all Zulana has left.
I'll find your son.
Zulana heard many things in Mistral. Hazak leads the skooma peddlers within a nearby cove. Its entrance is on the beach across from Cat's Eye Key.
Who's Hazek?
A vile skooma peddler. Hazak destroys families and brings great warriors low with his filth.
What is skooma?
Skooma is distilled from moon sugar, which is sacred to we who worship the moons and stars. But those who use skooma for pleasure quickly become slaves to its visions. Scum like Hazek profit from this addiction.
Yeah, this is one of the problems I have, is that we've asked what's skooma like 25 times at this point. What happened to your husband?
He hurt his back in a terrible accident. He took skooma to relieve the pain, and it came to both sustain and enslave him. After years of its youth, he withered to a shell of his former self.
Tell me more about your son.
Gary hasn't learned that fear and hatred cloud judgment. Zulana said he would be foolish to seek revenge, but he's a boy, and they have more important things to do than listen to their mothers, huh?
Yeah, not exactly the cheery thing I'd be expecting for an incident like this. So really, you're supposed to enter from that other side there, and then you do have to swim into this place, which is interesting because the base game does a lot of you have to swim in some cases, but later on they stop doing that, as it were. Like, they kind of make it so that you don't have to swim to every place that you go to, which I find quite odd. I don't know why they decided to make that change.
Begone, bandit. I'll never join Hazak.
I'm not a bandit. Your mother asked me to rescue you.
Mother sent you? It is good she can't see me trussed up like a sheep. The bandits were more challenging than I expected. She could have killed a few when she scouted the cave, but no, I must always be tested.
What do you mean, she scouted the cave?
You thought her a poor mewling widow? Pah! Mother is not entirely what she seems. She warned me to wait and watch before approaching Hazak's Hollow. I have much to learn.
Tell me what's going on here.
I sought to avenge my father's memory, but was captured by bandits. Mother saw my capture and sent you here to assist. Next, you untie me and we kill Hazak for his crimes. Simple, you see?
I came here to free you, not kill Hazek.
Then when you free me, I'll fight Hazak alone and will likely die. Hazak will poison more families with skooma, another will swear revenge, be captured by bandits, and wait for death in this cave. Or we can kill Hazak. Still simple, yes?
Alright, I'll help you kill Hazak.
Good. Now, untie my bonds so we can look for the key to Hazak's lair. Swish/poke, done.
Alright.
Hardly believe it. I'm free.
Well, if there are just other people that were tied up here that have been killed. Like, this has been going on for a while.
You don't have the will for this, but I do, cub. Kari. Ah, I understand.
I don't know how Mother will take this.
Yeah, wasn't it the case that Hazak was his father?
You don't have the will for this.
But I do. The voice acting in the, I would say the base game zones, but especially like the early, like tutorial areas, really bad. I will say I do like this specific cave area, although I could definitely see them sprucing it up a bit.
Mother looks upset. You will talk to her, yes? I did what was necessary. She must believe that.
What have you done?
Kari and I killed Hazak.
Then you have done what I could not. My husband now rests with the ancestors, free of the skooma enslaving him.
Hazak was your husband. Kari killed his own father.
When Hazak embraced skooma with more affection than he did with me, I gave him every chance to claw his way back. But skooma peddlers are slavers of the mind itself. When Hazak turned his addiction into enterprise, there was no return.
How did you kill all these smugglers?
Poisoned arrows to stun, a blade to finish. I spoke to each as they lay frozen on the dock, before adding crescent moons to their throats. These unclawed shaveskins had it coming for pulling Kari's father into their fold.
Why didn't you help kill Hazak?
I noted the ardor of the moons within you and sent you to aid Kari. That is help, yes? But I would know. How did my son fare against Hazak? Did he fight bravely as he was taught?
He fought well. We brought down Hazak together.
Then Kari learns to stand with allies rather than on his own. He shows me he is ready. With time and training, he will honor his ancestors.
Who are you two exactly?
Ajir Trajijazeri. We justly take by force. At Two Moons Dance, we study the thin line between justice and vengeance. We train so we will always know the difference. Enjoy your life, worker. You never know when those you love can slip away. Kari, you did what Mother could not.
I did what I knew to be right, to restore our family's honor.
You've proven worthy of our name. Do you understand?
Yes, Mother. I'll dance beneath the two moons, as you've taught me.
Then we must complete your training.
Yeah, those two are interesting because they never show up again. Also, random fists of the Thalmor here.
Cold bandits are not long for this world. Mark my words, they'll think twice before reaving along these shores again.
Interesting. Yeah, now all that's left is the final approach to Mistral proper. Ooh, look at that water. Oh, eesh. It's not quite sure what to do with itself, like I get maybe a little bit too far away from it. Yeah, they could definitely do to fix that. And then you've got, like, weird random things in this zone, like that one, like, there's just this wall here, and it's like, what is the purpose of it, even? Is it implying that it's part of the tomb, or what? Like, there are some strange elements to this place. That it definitely use some tightening up, but I think overall this might be one of the more polished areas, definitely in terms of tutorial zones. This is probably one of the most polished. I think Stros Mackay and Bleak Rock are the worst. Betnik is pretty good, but it's also barren. Like, there's nothing in Betnik. And, what's the other one? Yeah, that's a good looker there. The city does look pretty good at night. Oh, and I guess we're close enough to Mistral that it considered that. Talk to Razumdar now. But yeah, I love this bridge to get into the city. I think it's great. And it's not the only way in, there's multiple.
We just put out for haven when this storm hit. Our ship foundered on some rocks, and we had to swim back to land. Now we wait for another vessel to hire us on.
Alms for an unworthy beggar?
And I think it's odd. You can't pay the beggars or nothing. Also, look at this little thing down here. There's people down here, too.
Many tasty bugs hide in the crevices of old stone like this, and I am hungry.
Okay. Have fun with that. Or you could fish like this man. You want to keep eating bugs? Go right ahead. But yeah, it's a small fishing hovel more than anything. But I really like Mistral for what it is.
This one has heard reports. You've kept busy. Good. You fit in now more than ever. How did things go?
I put an end to the troubles in Shattered Shoals and the Temple of the Morning Springs.
Clearly, you were meant to help us out. Joan and Jode have a sense of humor, yes? And of course, Raz thinks discretion deserves a reward. Keep your wits about you, my new friend. Mistral's houses cast deep shadows, and vipers lurk in the tall grass.
What do you mean?
Mistral is the jewel of the southern seas, a free port with trade ties to half of Tamriel. Ambassadors from the Dominion arrived weeks ago to negotiate its admission into the Alliance. Unfortunately, things have not gone smoothly.
Why? What's happened?
Kenarthi's Roost has an old treaty with the Maumar. They claim the Dominion fleet intended to invade their home waters. It's a sticking point in the negotiations. The Sylvanar could use some help. Find him, give him this token. He'll know you are a friend. Without Mistral's support, the Dominion will have precious little defense on its southern coasts. But we are not here to conquer anyone. The Sylvanar knows this. He is in the Chancery, seeking a peaceful resolution here.
Who's the Sylvanar?
He is the voice and spirit of the Wood Elves. They say he is, was, and will be their greatest leader, whatever that means. This one knows him as an unrivaled diplomat. He is also the Dominion's best hope of resolving this matter peacefully.
Who are you really?
Razumdar is just a simple Khajiit. He seeks the best for all the people of Tamriel. Also, a saddle that won't pinch the tail. One day.
Tell me about the Dominion.
The High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiit stand united under the Eagle Banner. We secure our borders against invaders from the Covenant and Pact, but it is no easy task. And Queen Irene leads our dominion, of course.
No charge to have a look.
Yeah, so this is the first real city, quote-unquote, that we get to engage with.
This one knows your type. Adventurers, always in need of more places to stow their things.
Fine goods at fair prices.
And it's kind of shown off by the fact that there's just a bunch of people here.
Pity on me. You've come seeking power.
I see the delight.
Yeah, and the merchants are obviously taking
I've never
advantage.
had such a difficult time deciding, especially in a shop with such few goods.
But yeah, since this is actually like the first real place we can visit, we'll just take a stroll around. There is unfortunately, like, actually not a whole lot of, there's not a whole lot of things to do in the town. I guess there's a few people we can actually talk to. Yeah, every bard here seems to be sitting.
Anyone can sing. This one is here for news from afar.
It isn't every day a bard comes to Mistral. What better way to set aside our cares than by listening to songs of far-off lands?
Isn't High Fancy wonderful? He's been to every port between here and Sentinel.
The Sylvanar has come to Mistral! We'll be drinking rotmeth to a spinner's yarns before the month is out.
Sylvanar?
You don't know? While King Eredon rules over the people of Valenwood, the Sylvanar looks after our spirits. Together with the Green Lady, we can see our true potential.
The Green Lady.
If the Sylvanar is our spirit, the Green Lady is our strength. She is unequaled in physical prowess and a master of martial disciplines. If we were all so strong, nothing could stand in our way.
Huh.
Brew so devastating. Come and see from the distant shores of Glanumbra a real, live dog. Do not worry.
I'm sitting on a pier, ready to end it all, and the Sylvanar appears. Don't give up, he says. The green provides for all its saplings. You just need a patch of sun. Vincano comes to me the next day, looking for sailors. To think I nearly gave up.
Who starts a conversation like that?
Some dislike the way Harani runs Mistral, but this is such a tiny island. Storms, pirates, even the Maurmur threaten us, yet we are still here. Our leader, she's clever, yes. She sees what must be done and does it. How many others can say the same?
Yeah, like I said, quote-unquote subtle world building all around.
And the main spoke. Look to Riddlethar. Did he surrender Jakajay to Skumakat and the others? No. He kept it close for all of us, under his belly for all to follow. It is true, you know.
What is true?
In Jakajay we find ourselves, our place in the world, our path through its trials. In following this path, we find the sugar hiding all around us, and we are happy, yes? So very happy.
I don't even know what to make of it.
Your chance.
I mean, Jakajay kind of sounds like,
the freshest herbs and rule.
sounds like, Nirvana, specifically.
Everything this one sells is fresh, except for what's clearly marked old. Blasted by its cold, oozing nose. He may be drunk, but Razumdar is one sleek walker. Wait and see. Night
Without Mistral's support, the Dominion...
My own father divines.
Did you come in with the storm? I'm sure.
By just such a pack. What?
He's just booking the labor. That's funny.
The view is quite entrancing. If only smells didn't waft upward.
I hate to admit it, but there is a certain charm to this place. If only it were cleaner.
Yeah, okay, so let's point out some bad geographic design real
I hear
quick.
you've been helping the fleet recover from the storm. My family owns a shipping line, yet even I would be hard-pressed to work so swiftly when the pressure is on. Bravo!
Like this line of rocks here, like it just looks so unfinished. And the fact that the water doesn't even quite make it, I don't know, that could just be viewed as a high tide, low tide thing, like maybe we're in low tide right now, but it does seem quite odd that the water is just not quite there. And there's actual guild traders here, which is nice. A nice touch. There's the Mistral Way Shrine. Where are the stairs to get down from here? Yeah, here we go. Because there's more shops over there. And there's one that I do intend to visit real quick, just so I can actually change out of this drab outfit.
Welcome to my humble abode. A place with a roof costs much more than an open area like this.
So this guy just lives on this deck, which is hilarious.
I love mixing.
Here we go, outfit station. I'll cut this part. Alright, now we've got our outfit updated. Kind of, sort of. It's not quite 100% what it should be. The belt isn't right, but I'm short like 300 gold, and I spent all my money working on this. And unfortunately, we're stuck with this big, stupid sword, but for the purposes of the video, it's not super duper important. I was just tired of looking like a schmuck.
I haven't the heart to tell him there aren't any fish in there.
My father catches fish with his bare hands. As soon as I find one, I'm gonna do the same.
Oh, man.
Please take care where you step. Whoever killed this man may have left something behind.
Do you have any suspects?
Not yet. We might blame the storm if not for the bruising around his neck. Whoever did this was very strong.
Do you know why he was murdered?
That much is obvious. This man is affiliated with the Cross Tree, a group of smugglers that run skooma to Mistral. What's strange is the manner of his death.
What's strange about it?
We find bodies from time to time. Sugar fiends who fail to pay the Cross Tree. Occasionally the smugglers themselves, usually stabbed in the back, a pair of crossed lines cut into their faces. This man bears no such marks, nor was he stabbed.
What do you think happened?
Not sure yet. Perhaps one of their clients has taken issue with them, or maybe they have a new competitor. It is difficult to tell with criminals. Rest assured, we will find out what happened here.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever stumbled across that. It's my first time seeing that, like, actually. Because I don't think I've ever had a need to wander around over there. The more you know, like, actually go looking for stuff, you'll find things sometimes. And I think over here is just abandoned house. Nothing in here. I actually think that's part of the quest. It's like the only abandoned house in the entire town. Glonger. What a name. And I don't think we explored everything that was over in this corner, so we'll take another look back over here real quick. just to see if we're missing anything. Got plenty of nameless laborers. A couple of boats. I think that is the Prowler, actually. Or no, this is a sea serpent. Or a sea viper vessel, yeah.
Get off my ship before I throw you off!
Okay. Yeah, and the rest of them are just nameless. You're not allowed to know the names of your enemies, otherwise, you know, you'll start to feel bad when you kill them. This is the enchanter.
I don't have anything to steal or sell. No sugar. Nothing.
Wrong one. Interesting name. These guys have names.
You're going to brave my wrath?
What do you mean?
Not a day here before the hurricane hits. Then a Dominion fleet smashes ashore, which means our leave is well and truly cancelled. This is the worst
Could have been
vacation.
worse. You could have introduced me to your mother.
When you put it like that.
Here.
We'll be cleaning up after that storm for some time to come. And I don't just mean the docks.
Yeah, like Kenarthi's Roost would be a cool place to actually have
Well?
a plot continue, right? Like, what does this place look like after all the wreckage is done?
Faces again. I could use a
Because
break.
a lot of this place is just in ruins, right? Like, everything's ripped apart and thrown about because of the storms and whatnot. So I kind of figure, you know, this would be a cool place to actually come back to when all is said and done. Like, maybe the Sea Elves have a new plot, or maybe it's dealing with Dominion corruption, you know? Something different. Although I just remembered, we totally forgot to do this quest over here. So I guess we'll go do that real quick before we continue with the Mistral investigation. I know I'm slipping here, but like I said, this is one of the few. I say one of the few. This is the only region in this game that's like this, right? It's the only tutorial zone that's so open-ended compared to the rest. There's not really a whole lot of open-endedness really going on, because it's so big for a tutorial zone. Most tutorial zones you can cross the map in like under, you know, 3 minutes, if your mount is fast enough, especially. Default mounts, it's still a bit of a trek, right? Like, right now, it's still taking me a little while to get to where I need to go, but in all reality, it's only been, like, a minute and a half. If I were on my main character, I would have crossed this in, like, under a minute.
Pain lies ahead. Turn back, Master. This is not the place for us.
This one does not understand. This shrine is supposed to be lit with an ever-burning flame. Perhaps Shehiradaro has thrown good money after bad.
Who are you?
A simple Khajiit, doing what she can to survive. Shehiradaro came to this shrine for guidance. It said the flame gives visions to those who seek it.
What do you seek?
Answers to unasked questions. Mysteries defined by the stars themselves. And if Shehiradaro makes some gold along the way, all the better. This shrine is key to all of these things.
What's so special about this shrine?
It's a shrine to Hermaeus Mora, Daedric Prince of Knowledge. They say if you stare into the fire, all will be revealed. But without the ever-burning flame, there is no way to find the lost books.
Lost books? What lost books?
Tomes, lost to the ages. They're full of secrets from an earlier time. A connection to our past, and a bridge to our future. It doesn't matter what lies the spirit told. Shehiradaro will find those books.
What do you mean, a spirit lied to you?
While searching for the shrine, a spirit appeared to me and warned me away. Don't you see? Hermaeus Mora rewards the pursuit of knowledge. The spirit is a test to keep lazy seekers away. That's her. It's the lying spirit.
Don't listen to these fools' words. The forbidden tomes must be destroyed. Place them in the shrine's flame, quickly.
There's no flame in the shrine.
What? That isn't possible. No matter. I'll rekindle the shrine's fire with my own essence, but you must promise to destroy them. You saw what happens to those who possess the tomes.
Nothing bad has happened to me so far.
Then that is a blessing. Once the books begin calling to you, there is little time before they ensnare you completely. Burn the books. Don't let their burden destroy you.
You have the books? Then luck truly favors my path. Do not listen to the lying spirit. This knowledge should be preserved by one who knows how. By this, I mean Sahiradaro knows.
How would you preserve it?
This one knows the proper care and handling of old texts, also the importance of trade. To you, these books are useless things, but to me, they have value. Hand Sahiradaro the books in return for value. Just think, no more spirit to natter at you.
Give me a moment to consider this.
The books, then...
Yeah, we're burning them. Ah, yeah, burn the books. Clutching the books, a chill shoots or even a pain. Ooh, yeah. Ignore the pain, burn the books. Burn the books, burn the books, burn the books.
No, the flames burn us. It hurts. It hurts.
Ah, well, Sahiradaro bears no grudge and wishes you luck in your endeavors. Provided they involve no more burning of books.
You've done it. The tomes are gone. I can't hear them anymore.
Are you certain?
I'm certain. But no one else shall fall into their trap. You managed what I could not. But it is done, which is all that matters.
This one wishes you hadn't destroyed the books. But the shrine may yet reveal its secrets. First is first. Determine how to rekindle the flame.
Yeah, like, to be honest, there's plenty of things going on here that could easily contribute to, like, sequel quests. Aside from, like, the, how do I put it? The shrines and whatnot. Not the shrines, sorry. The, oh my god, what's the word? Plantations. Aside from the plantations, right, because they're pretty lame, I can't really see a whole lot going on from here. Like, we basically wiped the cross tree off the map, right? The cross tree bandits are might as well be as good as done with their leader dead, assuming Hazak was the leader. I mean, it's literally called Hazak's Hollow. I would assume he's the leader of the cross tree bandits. But, like, aside from that, like, maybe some Hermaeus Mora stuff, I could definitely see that getting revamped with the update, right? Like, oh, it's a Hermaeus Mora tied thing. We'll involve Hermaeus a bit more, maybe visually as well, make it more clear that it's a Hermaeus Mora quest, because otherwise it's really not. Only at the very end do you find out. But that might also ruin the twist of it. I don't know.